Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Khalifa Al-Haroun, the head of Innovation Interactive at Vodafone Qatar, and today I've got the iPhone 6 Plus. I'm going to be doing a quick spec review. Let's go take a look. Alright, so if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're trying to make a decision between the 6 and the 6 Plus, and you want to know what the difference is between the 6 Plus and the 5S is. And over here you can see the difference in size. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to show you the 6 so that you can see the difference in size. Now, if you want to see a full-on comparison, I recommend that you please visit the other video that we'll have in the description below. First of all, let's take a quick walk through around the phone. So if you can see the front, we've got that same curved screen that goes flush with the body of the phone. They've shifted the camera from the top to the left, and everything else is just pure screen. It looks really nice, and I love how the screen, especially with the space gray version, blends in perfectly with the black on the top and the bottom. On the right hand side, what they've done is they've shifted over the power button, and the reason is because since the devices are bigger, it's more convenient to touch the button like this rather than reaching all the way to the top. Now, on the back of the phone, you'll see that we've got the protruding camera. We've got the same dual tone flash, but now rather than being pill-shaped, it's circular. And instead of the glass on the top and the bottom, we have this plastic divider. And the reason why they've put this here is to help with reception and with signal quality. And on the left-hand side, we've still got the volume and the mute switch. And at the bottom, we've got the headphone jack, the speaker, the microphone, and the lightning cable port. On the top of the phone, we've got absolutely nothing. And one thing that I do want to mention, it is something a little bit that not a lot of people might pay attention to, but if you select the space gray version, rather than having black plastic, it has gray plastic compared to the 5S. Now on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see some specifications. However, I'm going to be running through some of the key differences or key spec changes. So if you want to, you can pause the video and take a look at the specs on the left. Of course, size is a very big difference. With the 6 Plus, you've got a 5.5-inch screen at 401 ppi, so even the pixels per inch is higher than the 6 and the 5S. In terms of overall speed, it's 1.4 GHz A8 processor compared to the 5S's 1.3 GHz. This 6 Plus has 2 GB of RAM. You can now get it up to 128 GB rather than 64 GB. You've got Apple Pay, and one of the key differences between the 6 and the 6 Plus is the fact that this has optical image stabilization, where the 6 has digital image stabilization. Now this phone is actually thinner than the 5S, but just a little bit thicker than the 6. It's at 7.1 millimeters and the 6 is at 6.9 millimeters. They both have 8 megapixels, but this can also take 240 frames per second video, and the battery life is significantly better than the 5S and the 6. So what do I think of the phone? First of all, I've got small hands, and so I do appreciate the larger screen. However, it is a little bit difficult for me to hold in my hand, and absolutely, using this one-handed is going to be a little bit tricky. However, they've done something that is pretty cool. Let me just turn on the phone for just a second. I'm going to slide to unlock. Now what I can do is I can double tap this, and it pushes all the icons to the bottom of the screen to make it easier for me to reach. And yes, even with my small hands, I can reach the left icon. So that's pretty nice. So you're probably wondering, oh, but what about the icons down there? Well, obviously you can reach these icons already, so they don't need you to scroll up and down or do any of that sort of stuff. Now if I open up something like settings and I double tap, again, the whole screen shifts down, so it's easy for me to access the stuff at the bottom. So that's a very, very cool feature. So if you have small hands, don't worry, you can still touch everything on the screen. Now, I'm not going to be talking about the software in this phone because we're going to have a separate video on iOS 8, but this is a really nice device. I like it. If I had to choose between the 6 and the 6 Plus, personally, I would choose the 6, but the 6 Plus is a great phone if you need better battery life, and if optical image stabilization is something very important to you, and of course, if you want a higher PPI and a much larger screen. So those are the key differentiators between the devices. So it's up to you. So there you guys go. This was just a quick look at the iPhone 6 Plus, talking about the specifications, hopefully help you to make some decisions and to decide whether this is the phone for you. I wanted to say thank you so much for all of the great comments and the feedback that you've been providing me. It really means a lot when you write me a comment in the comment section below. I do read all of the comments, and I try my best to answer every single question whenever I can. So If I do take some time to reply to you, I apologize, but trust me, I'm doing my best. If you're interested in the 6 Plus, you can visit www.vodafone.qa or visit any Vodafone store, and we'll be happy to help out. Thank you very much.